I'm Nicole Moore, and I've been a love and relationship coach for more than 10 years, helping people, including celebrities and reality stars, improve their love lives. Hadat presents Reality of Love. Have you ever wondered what makes certain couples work while others don't? In today's episode of Reality of Love, we'll hear from reality TV couples who actually do have great relationships, and we'll discover how to bring even more love to their dynamic using loving, intimate communication. These couples will give a glimpse into the inner workings of their marriages, share what works, and also what could use some tweaking. Let's dive in. Let's meet today's guests.
My name is Trevor St. Agath, and my wife was on Netflix's hit show, The Circle.
My name is Delisa Unique St. Agath, and I was on The Circle Season 2 on Netflix.
My name is Nick Tilia, and my wife is Courtney Tilia.
My name is Courtney Tilia, and I am famous for being a former school teacher turned top OnlyFans model.
Hi everyone, welcome to Reality of Love. I'm Nicole Moore, and I'm joined today by two amazing couples where the wife blew up in fame overnight. We are talking about how that impacted their relationships and how they came back even stronger. So tell me, what is OnlyFans?
OnlyFans is a membership site, but it is most known for having explicit content.
Yeah, so maybe a little controversial.
A little controversial.
So tell me, what is The Circle?
The Circle is a reality show on Netflix. It's a game show vibe where they have different players and they're isolated in a room and they can communicate with each other only through a social media platform. We can't hear each other, we can't actually see each other. And the gag is people can pretend to be other people. You have to try to win by being most popular. So you're constantly being voted on, judged, and you can pretend to be whoever you want to be. And I pretended to be this guy.
Both of you blew up pretty much overnight, winning The Circle and becoming a top OnlyFans creator. Well, how did you guys feel about that? How did it impact you?
I think you have to look at the content of what providing is. You know, providing can look like you actually being the breadwinner, you going out, doing the work, running the business, whatever it is. For me, a lot of providing is me providing the space for her to feel comfortable and safe to be all of herself. And then when she is that, it's a gift to the world. Everyone benefits from her being her, but also money flows in, opportunities flow in, things are beautiful.
I feel like more men need to understand this. Right? That like, it doesn't just mean you go out and make the money, like providing a space and supporting your wife so she can shine is providing. I want more couples to be in this dynamic because it doesn't have to be this traditional, like the man's making all the money. Like there's a space for exactly what you said. I love that. And how do you feel about it, Trevor? Like, do you feel this like I gotta provide, I gotta match, I gotta exceed, or how do you feel?
No, for a very long time, I took a lot of it on because I wanted to create that space for her to be able to do all the things that she wants to do, because I had faith that she would get to where she wanted to be. And I'm like, hey, don't worry about it. Like, I got it. Whatever it is, I got. And now with us kind of just, me transitioning into the influencer world and learning from her, I've had to take a step back, and where she now shoulders a lot more of that. And it's nice because I know it makes her feel good. And it really, for me, it's comforting knowing that I know she's got us. She's just like, babe, I got it. And I'm like, cool, man. Like, I'm okay with that. I know we're gonna be fine, and our girls are gonna be fine. For me, it's not a problem at all.
I feel like this needs to be like a thing where people understand, like, ladies, you can be a powerful woman as long as the guy is not an ego. Like, that is really the kicker. That's really the key. And what about you, Courtney? Did you ever, how did you feel when you just blew up and your fame level rose? Or did you own it, or were you worried?
I knew that he would support me 100% from the very beginning because he always has, no matter what it was. Like, we were both school teachers, so like even simple things of like me going towards my master's degree and like making more money, or at one point I was working towards my PhD, and he has supported me 100%. So going into fame, like, we knew that this was our journey. We've known that we've wanted to share our life with the world. And so this just felt like the next step.
You know what's interesting? When your fame level rises, a lot of times your income does too. And money is one of the things that can impact couples a lot. So I'm curious, you won the circle. There's a cash prize associated with that. Your income shot up like crazy. I want to can you tell us how much it shot up from school teacher to OnlyFans?
So I used to make $40,000 a year, and I make over that every month.
Wow. So that is, I mean, congratulations.
Thank you.
You are killing it, and I love to see it. Thank you. But that's a dramatic lifestyle change. Were you struggling in your relationship because you guys didn't have money? Like, how did it change the relationship?
We had points in our relationship where, I mean, Courtney was amazing. She could make $20 last all week and would, feed the kids and feed the dogs. There were some really hard times as teachers, and even after we left teaching, I started my coaching business. And so having, these huge infusions of cash, just it takes pressure off, it takes stress off. It allows you to start saying yes to the things that you've had to say no to for your kids. It didn't change us because we've always been solid no matter what. We could always make it work no matter what, but it just took a lot of the problems away and let us expand into more of what feels more aligned. Like, we should be living like this. This was most appropriate for us.
Delisa, I want to hear about that too. I know when you were on the circle, you were like, I'm doing this for my family. Yeah. I'm here for, and I think you had one daughter at the time, or two. One was just a baby.
I had one, and I was pregnant with one when we was filming.
Oh my God, yeah. So how did it impact you guys winning the circle and changing your income level?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when I won, obviously it was for my family because we wanted to buy a house. We both grew up in New York City, and just New York City in general is very expensive. It's very difficult to save money and thrive and kind of just get to goals that you just think is an American dream. So when we won, it was like, finally, we can have something that, is ours, and we can pass down to our children. And, I have to say, even now, we're pretty comfortable. I want to get to the $40,000 a month, though. I really do.
You will.
You'll get there.
So you guys are obviously amazing couples. I seriously love you guys. My heart is just open just hearing all of these stories, and I feel like you're shining examples for the world to see of couples where the woman's got it together, the man's got it together, and you're rising together as a couple. But we can always get a little bit deeper. We can always get a little bit more intimate. So that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to do an intimacy game, and you're going to share with each other some more desires. Are you ready? When we return, we're going to get even more intimate with our couples. You won't want to miss this. Okay, Nick, so let's reveal your card.
All right. No surprise, there's some alignment there.
Yes.
Also, BDSM.
Dating can feel daunting at times, but what I love about Hot App is that it has so many cool features to help a nervous dater out. You can send private messages securely within the app so you don't have to share your phone number, and they even blur photos that might contain nudity. If you're not comfortable with the message you've sent, you can unsend it and it'll be removed from you and your match's inbox. When you're ready, you can video chat with matches, and Hot App's video feature starts with auto blur, where you can hear one another but not see each other until you mutually choose to unblur the video feed. It can be hard to have intimate conversations about your likes and dislikes with people you don't know yet. So use the My Bedroom feature as a conversation starter. It'll open up some good communication channels and give you an idea of your own and each other's deal breakers in the bedroom. So obviously you guys are a great couple, super close already, but there's always room to get a little bit closer, and that's what we're gonna do. We have an intimacy exercise designed to help you guys hopefully learn a little bit more about each other or get a little bit closer. Inspired by the HUD app bedroom feature, they have this thing in their app where you can go in there if you're a couple, if you're singles, you can go in and say, this is what I like, these are my desires. They call it kinks. I want more of this, I wanna give this, I wanna receive this. It's just a way for you to get to know yourself better and you to know your partner better. So each of you are gonna go behind this wall. We have cards printed out that are kind of like a replica of what's inside that HUD app feature. You're gonna pick your card, and then we're gonna reveal the cards to each other. Courtney, you go first.
Yay! Thank you.
Okay, now that we have our cards, we're gonna start the reveal.
Okay.
So one of the cards, there was only one, so I know I'm the only one here with this selection. So I'm gonna start with that one first, which is breath play. So like some choking and some restriction, I guess.
Yeah.
And I think that's fun because like it really brings in a trust dynamic, and it really builds the like intensity in my own body.
Right.
So
I mean, you know this is hard for me because to put your hand on a woman's throat, you just don't do that.
yeah.
So, but our trust and our dynamic and actually seeing that you enjoy it and want more of that, of course I'm down.
Okay, Nick, so let's reveal your cards.
All right. No surprise, there's some alignment there.
Yes.
Also, the BDSM. Yeah, the bondage in that, but also really exploring the kind of dominant and submissive side.
Going both ways?
More
me the
me
sub.
the dominant, you're
Yeah,
the sub.
I agree.
You're kind of like vulnerable, submitting side. So
Yeah.
I'd love to play and explore some of that.
I would love to.
Tell me the emotional reasons why. Like, what does it really mean to you?
Yeah, it's taking an extra step in kind of our masculine and feminine dynamic,
Yeah.
where it's, the daddy energy, the provider, the taking care of, the aftercare, the provision, all of that. I love that.
I love that.
And being called daddy just does something.
Yes, Daddy.
I can see how even just talking about these is bringing you guys closer. Love it. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
We're gonna move on to Delisa.
Role playing. I bother him sometimes, and I'm usually joking. But
I'm not joking.
no, I'm not joking. Like, let's do it. I feel like, again, it'll also bring like some excitement and fun.
How do you feel about it? Because she's
So-
brought it up before.
Yeah, so it's weird for me because like the idea of like not having sex with my wife, like you beat somebody else, or it's just like, oh, that's bizarre because I signed up to only have sex with you.
I'm not talking about with other, like, to pretend I'm somebody else. I'm talking about like to pretend I'm like a superhero or something. Like,
So it's like her, but just a witchy version.
Okay.
Not like, you see where his
But-
head was at? You see that?
But why is that? Well, that's because we haven't actually talked about it.
I'm talking about it now.
Yeah.
So now,
So, yes,
okay,
yeah.
that is something I never really thought about.
Yes, I'm gonna be a nurse. I'm gonna take care of you.
Okay.
So you're
Oh,
saying you didn't
yeah.
really understand it, right,
Yeah.
Trevor?
Yeah.
You didn't really understand what it really was. And
Yeah,
now that
and-
she's communicating it a little bit more, you're starting to get a picture of what she's actually wanting.
Right.
Yeah. Trevor, let's
All
see
right.
your cards.
Blindfolding. So like I said before, Delisa likes to be in control. She's like, I'll blindfold you, but I don't necessarily want to be necessarily tied up and blindfolded, things like that. But I wanna try that with her.
Do you
I
really?
do.
You wanna
I do.
blindfold her.
Really want to
Yeah,
try?
because like I think it's something that you would learn to like.
I am very uncomfortable not being in control. I don't want to do that, but I am his wife, and I will do that because I want to make you happy and I want you to enjoy sex. And if it's something that you really want to try, I will be open to trying it, and maybe I'll like it.
Okay, you guys did such a great job with that exercise, and you were all super vulnerable. So what I always love to do with couples, or just anyone really, anytime you're vulnerable, it's always good to wrap it up with a little bit of love. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna give you this amazing massage candle. It's from Jimmy Jane. It smells amazing, and it turns into oil, and you can use it for massage. Got it?
All right.
Let's go.
I love you.
I love you.
And this is an amazing life you've given me.
Oh, and you're gonna make me cry.
And you give me the perfect family, the perfect wife.
Thank you for being a great, supportive husband, amazing father, and I always say this, but I don't know if you hear it enough, but I can't imagine doing life with anybody else. I'm actually gonna cry. Like, I cannot. I don't want to mess up my makeup.
Love you. I love everything that you've built and conversations we have. Remember back when you couldn't talk, you couldn't get words out. Look at us now. Remember when you didn't know what your fantasies or your desires were, and to be able to actually express those now.
It really does. I'm so grateful for you and like always providing such a loving and supportive and safe space for me to release the hard things and then create the new and the exciting and to be able to experience this together. It's amazing.
You guys are amazing. Beautiful couples just coming even closer, and you've just proven that love can always get better. So we're gonna wrap it up by moving back to the couch and just have a little chat about what we all experienced today. Did our couples learn anything new about each other? We'll find out more about the evolution of a great relationship when reality of love returns. Whenever I talk to long-term couples, there's these evolutions over time. People think a relationship stays the same, but we kind of change as people. Like, walk me through the evolution of you as a couple. Great sex starts with a confident relationship with yourself, and that's what Jimmy Jane is designed to provide. Jimmy Jane believes that pleasure is your birthright and you deserve to feel loved. Their collection of sexual wellness designs is the perfect luxe treat to get to know yourself on an intimate level, which is why I love each and every Jimmy Jane product. I want the best for myself because I love myself, and these are the best sexual wellness products on the market. I know you're gonna love them as well. Do you feel like you guys' relationship has changed over the years? Like, whenever I talk to long-term couples, they'll say things like, I've been married to like 4 different people, and I feel like, you know, there's these evolutions over time. People think a relationship stays the same, but we kind of change as people. Like, walk me through the evolution of you as a couple. Like,
I mean, I feel like we grew up together, you know, we was in college and we had our fun party stage, our traveling stage, our single stage, you know, like we weren't together. I just think it kind of had to like grow up and grow into each other together throughout along the way.
Yeah, I think within that time, like, you know, that your 20s are really important to me, you know. I felt like at the end of it, I really came into my own. But Delisa was there, you know, from 20 for me. From 20 years old, she was at every big moment of my life. You know, so but whether you're together or not, we're friends. We were always connected.
And it's really cool doing life, you know, with your partner and your best friend, you know, and you see him, I see him become a father, and I'm just like to him, like, you know, it makes me fall in love all over again. And I know, like, you know, there'll be times I'll just be playing with the girls and he's like, it's so cool seeing you be a mom, you know?
There's like, I feel like both of you guys remind me of my husband. Like, I really think there's some elements that just make a great relationship from the woman and the guy. And it's like, I'm talking to both of you guys and I feel like it's like my husband almost that I'm talking to. Yeah. What do you, I mean, you guys changed too. What do you think, what were the evolutions for you?
A lot of people would be like, the person I married is not the person they are now. She's not the person I fell in love with first, but in all the best ways. And she was amazing and powerful when we met, but everything has just gone to another level. So it's amazing to be in a relationship with someone that doesn't feel like the person you met, but in every area she has come home more to herself, become more confident, more expressed, more powerful. It's better than what I met on day one.
I feel like the core too of like who we were, like you could feel that, you could see that. And even like when we first got together, I was like, I know that this person is like on a huge trajectory, and like I see that. I don't know what it is, but I can see that and I can feel that. And I feel like our time together has just been like polishing of who that is inside.
I liked what we had in the beginning, but we keep pulling off these layers and it gets better and better and better, getting to the core of like who each of us really are. And it's not like most couples would describe where, you know, you grow apart. We just keep growing closer and closer in our intimacy and our fun, pleasure, joy, connection, everything gets better.
Better and better. That's like the ideal.
Right.
That's how it
Yeah,
should be.
for sure.
Right.
Thank you both couples for being here today. I'm just inspired by your vulnerability and more so than anything, your love. Like you guys have proven that great couples really do exist, but you can always grow. You can always get deeper. You can always love more. So what was your biggest takeaway from today?
Mine was just continue to grow, keep having a space and a structure to have these conversations, to check in with your own desires, to check in with your partner's desires, and find a way to actually, get that implemented. There's things just kind of get set by the wayside if you don't actively have these conversations. So it's just a reminder to keep engaging in these.
I also think how powerful it is to get clear on your own desires, because you being clear on your desires is really a win for everybody. You know yourself, what you like, what you enjoy, and then you can communicate that to your partner, and then together you guys both really win from that clarity.
Absolutely. Delisa?
I learned that my partner's desires and wants matter. I want to make him happy because that's what makes me happy. So it's important to have these conversations and understand what he wants, and even if I'm uncomfortable, try to provide that for him.
Well said. Well said. I agree, because it made me realize that we don't talk as much as we should, and we talk a lot. Which is the crazy thing. We talk so much about so many different things, but it's like, why don't we have these conversations about our relationship and intimacy? And for whatever reason, we need to do it more often, make it a priority in our relationship. So I think today really opened our eyes to that, opened my eyes particularly, and things can give us the launching pad we need.
Communication is the key. It really is. So thank you again for being here. I'm really inspired. I'm touched. And I think your relationships just shine a light on how good love and partnership can be when both people are working on it, when both people are willing. So thank you for being here.
Thank
I
you.
loved this. I learned a lot too from you guys. I learned a lot too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Even the best of couples benefit when they take the time to be vulnerable and communicate with love. Words matter, so choose them with love. And remember, your partner is ultimately on your side. As we've seen